Blood Lake is 500 feet wide and more than a half-mile long.
It would have to be millions and millions of people all drained of their blood and put into one lake.
I had no idea Google Maps was filled with so many horror scenes.
One rabbit stew coming right up! Jesus Christ!
From people with pigeon heads to ghost towns and blood-filled piers, this is some nightmare fuel stuff. And to think these are just the more tame ones.
But Tina's tests cannot confirm whether the stain on the jetty is blood. With no trace of blood, the murder theory is thrown into doubt.
Join me today as we find out what are the most horrifying things ever caught on Google Maps. Get ready to uncover the eerie, the bizarre, and the downright terrifying stuff that lies all around us. Let's begin. A crime scene in the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, a particular pier once became the center of a bizarre and slightly macabre internet rumor. Thanks to Google Maps, users around the world could view this pier, which, in 2013, was thrust into the limelight for a rather unusual reason. A theory was circulated that suggested something quite bizarre. The pier was covered in blood, supposedly from a murder, giving it a sinister and ominous appearance. The image captured on Google Maps indeed showed the pier with patches of what appeared to be red stains. The visual was striking enough to give credence to the grim theory, and for a time, it stirred a mix of curiosity and apprehension among those who came across it. However, the truth behind this seemingly alarming sight was far less sinister. The fact-checking website Snopes shed light on the situation, explaining that the red coloration was actually due to water. As a dog moved about on the wooden pier, it splashed water, which darkened the wood. This natural effect, combined with the particular lighting and the angle of the Google Maps image, resulted in the pier taking on a blood-red hue. Now that's a relief. A man with a spliced leg. Imagine having your leg cut off and smiling about it.
All right, we'll call it a draw.
I am, of course, talking about the infamous image of a man with a spliced leg. That's right, and he doesn't seem to be in any pain at all. He's smiling instead. At first glance, this image can be quite unsettling. It appears as though the man has an extraordinarily long leg, unnaturally extended and contorted in a way that defies human anatomy. This eerie sight, captured on a street somewhere in the world, can easily be mistaken for a scene out of a science fiction novel. But fear not, there's a perfectly logical explanation for this otherworldly phenomenon. The spliced leg is actually a result of a minor technical glitch in Google Maps' panoramic photo stitching process. When these panoramic images are created, multiple photos are taken from different angles and then seamlessly merged together. However, if a person or object moves while the photos are being taken, it can result in some pretty weird distortions. In the case of the spliced leg man, it's likely that he moved as the Google camera was capturing the scene, resulting in his leg being photographed from multiple angles and then bizarrely pieced together. It's a simple technical hiccup, but the effect is super creepy. A demon seen in France. Imagine strolling through the charming streets of Nancy, France, and there on the balcony is a demon. Yeah, I would need new pants if that happened. Only you can actually see this happening on Google Maps. In an apartment window, there stands a statue so eerie and unsettling that it seems to jump straight out of a horror movie. This figure appears tall and gaunt, resembling a corpse with messy hair and unnervingly large white eyes that seem to pierce through the screen. Its ghostly presence in an otherwise normal setting was enough to send chills down the spine of any virtual passerby. Theories about this statue's nature and origin quickly circulated. Some speculated that it was a tiki statue, perhaps a harmless decorative piece with an unintentionally menacing appearance. But the intrigue deepened when Google decided to blur out this area in their Maps application. This action led to rampant speculation. Was there something genuinely ominous about this figure? Was it so disturbing that it warranted censorship for the comfort and protection of viewers? The blurred image on Google Maps only fueled the mystery and fascination surrounding this statue. I like to think someone put it there as a prank, and now the internet is going crazy about it. Or maybe demons are real. Who knows? The Baltimore Ghost Town. Ever wondered what a ghost town looks like? Well, you can see one right on Google Maps. A street in Baltimore, Maryland, was transformed into a scene straight out of a ghost story, and the internet just couldn't handle it. All you could see was translucent old buildings. Well, not through any supernatural means, but due to a curious glitch in Google Maps. This ordinary street, typical of any urban landscape, underwent a peculiar transformation that left virtual visitors feeling as though they had stepped into a haunted realm. The glitch in question affected the way the street was displayed on Google Maps. This happened probably because of the image overlapping, but still it looks creepy as heck. Pink bunny in Italy's Piedmont region? Sometimes you just see something weird and think, am I dreaming? This is one of them. Nestled at an altitude of 5,000 feet was a colossal 200-foot-long bunny. That's right, and it even had a name, Hayes. This wasn't your typical countryside rabbit.
There he is! What, behind the rabbit? It is the rabbit. Well, that's no ordinary rabbit.
It's an enormous, sprawling art installation that might just make you do a double take. Created by Gelatin, a Viennese art collective known for their eccentric and larger-than-life installations, this gigantic bunny is more than just an eye-catching oddity. Knitted with remarkable detail, it's designed to interact with its audience in the most playful way possible. The rabbit's immense size and somewhat eerie face, visible from aerial views on Google Maps, can be startling at first. It appears as if a giant has taken a nap on the lush Italian mountainside. However, the true essence of this giant bunny is far from frightening. It's an invitation to adventure and whimsy. The artists intended for it to be a playground of sorts, encouraging tourists to climb, explore, and even nap on its soft, knitted body. Unfortunately, the bunny's body was made to decompose, so now barely anything of it is left. Imagine coming across it in real life, not knowing why such a huge bunny is sitting here on a mountain. Abandoned town of Pripyat. Nothing can match the haunting atmosphere of Pripyat, Ukraine. Once a thriving town, it now stands as a chilling testament to the catastrophic consequences of nuclear disasters. The town's story, captured in the static frames of Google Maps, offers a stark, ghostly window into a past marked by chaos and tragedy. The nuclear disaster turned Pripyat into a ghost town struck in 1986. In the wake of this nuclear calamity, the town of Pripyat, once bustling with life, was swiftly evacuated, its residents left in haste, expecting to return soon, not knowing that their departure was permanent. Today, Pripyat is frozen in time, a haunting relic of its sudden abandonment. There are empty buildings and nothing else. The images on Google Maps reveal desolate streets, decaying buildings, and remnants of everyday life abruptly left behind. Schools still house textbooks and toys, while amusement parks stand eerily silent with rusting rides. Nature, in its relentless march, has begun to reclaim this ghost town. Trees and vegetation slowly envelop the crumbling structures, creating a surreal landscape where the past and present collide. I wonder, if a nuclear war breaks out, will the whole world be like this? Looks like a window into the future to me. Mesa Huerfanita, New Mexico. Now, this one is a real mystery. In the remote stretches of Mesa Huerfanita, New Mexico, lies a peculiar and intriguing marking captured by Google Maps. There are two large diamonds surrounded by a pair of overlapping circles. These symbols, etched into the earth, make you wonder who made these and why. The author, John Sweeney, says he has the answer. According to him, these cryptic markings are more than just random designs. They are believed to be linked to the Church of Scientology. Sweeney says that these symbols serve as a guide or marker for hidden bunkers belonging to the church. These bunkers are not just ordinary shelters, but are supposedly intended for use in the event of a planetary catastrophe, an Armageddon of sorts. The narrative takes an even more intriguing turn with the suggestion that these symbols are part of a grander plan by Scientologists. They are believed to be designed as navigational aids for Scientologists to use after escaping Earth during a global cataclysm and later returning to rebuild civilization. So in a way, these symbols serve as beacons in a post-Armageddon Earth, guiding the way back to these hidden bunkers. While these claims add a layer of mystery and allure to the symbols, they remain unverified and are a subject of speculation and debate. The true purpose and origin of these markings in Mesa Huerfanita are still shrouded in mystery. Who would go to such an effort to carve these giant symbols? Lake of Blood in Iraq. In the middle of the urban expanse of Sada City, a district in Baghdad, Iraq, lies a horrifying sight, a lake that appears to be filled with blood. This eerie and unnerving phenomenon, captured on Google Maps, shows a body of water starkly colored in deep red, standing out amidst the surrounding landscape. The sight of this blood-red lake has sparked curiosity, concern, and a flurry of speculation. Could it be a sign of some catastrophic event, or perhaps something more sinister? The truth, however, is rooted in environmental factors. Scientists have explained that the lake's blood-red coloration is due to a combination of factors, including pollution from nearby factories, sewage contamination, and a significant presence of algae in the water. Industrial waste and sewage runoff can introduce a variety of chemicals and nutrients into bodies of water, allowing certain types of algae to grow rapidly. And some of these algae can produce pigments that dramatically change the color of the water. In the case of the lake in Sada City, the specific conditions have led to an overgrowth of algae that produces a red pigment. Once you know the explanation, this lake kind of looks beautiful, minus the whole pollution thing. That is just wrong. Pigeon-headed people. Humans with pigeon heads. Yeah, that pretty much sums up this weird find. In a quiet suburb of West Tokyo, a peculiar sight captured on Google Maps has both amused and unnerved viewers around the world. This unusual scene features a group of people wearing realistic pigeon masks, standing in the middle of a street. At first glance, the pigeon people, as they have come to be known, seem like characters out of a dream. Some found this image creepy, while others were tickled by its absurdity. The truth behind this bizarre assembly, however, is as entertaining as the image itself. According to a report, these bird-masked figures are actually local art students engaging in a playful prank. In 2013, these students decided to don their avian disguises and pose for Google's Street View camera, likely knowing their antics would be immortalized on the digital map. Their intent was not to scare, but to inject a bit of whimsy and unexpected delight into the daily lives of virtual explorers. Still looks scary, to be honest, but maybe that's just me. Strange triangle in Australia. What's with these weird shapes appearing everywhere? Even Australia is not safe. In the vast, rugged expanse of the Australian outback, a peculiar formation caught the attention of virtual explorers in 2007. This formation is a distinct, almost perfect triangle adorned with bright lights. This strange geometric pattern, set against the natural backdrop of the Australian wilderness, quickly became a subject of speculation. Was it aliens, ancient civilizations, or something else that left this behind? Despite the wild theories, there may be a more reasonable explanation for this giant triangle. Some have suggested that what appears to be a sign of alien life is actually a man-made structure, specifically a remote-controlled wind farm. In this interpretation, the triangle is formed by sets of wires, and the lights are part of a system that receives and transmits control signals. But is that really true? Well, we cannot say for sure, not until someone goes there to check it out. Meanwhile, this triangle remains a captivating enigma, a blend of mystery and technology nestled in the vastness of Australia's wild terrain. Strange light formation in the sky. Looking at this picture, you won't be able to come up with a reasonable explanation at first glance. In 2009, Google Maps users were captivated by an extraordinary sight in the skies over Norway, a group of lights forming a perfect circle, visible from above. This strange and beautiful light formation seemingly defied natural explanation. The image, with its symmetrical and precise pattern, appeared almost otherworldly, fueling theories about extraterrestrial activity or unknown atmospheric phenomena. People around the world were captivated by the spectacle, wondering what could create such a pattern in the sky. However, the mystery was eventually unraveled, not by UFO enthusiasts or conspiracy theorists, but by news reports revealing a more mundane, yet still fascinating origin. The circle of lights was the result of a Russian missile test. During its flight, the missile created a unique atmospheric condition that resulted in the formation of lights. Makes you wonder about those other UFO pictures. Are they just natural phenomena too? The Kazakhstan Pentagram. Once again, we have a weird shape to investigate. Deep in the remote reaches of Kazakhstan, you will find a large, star-shaped figure resembling a pentagram out in the middle of nowhere. This symbol, visible on Google Maps, sparked intrigue and a fair share of conspiracy theories. To some, the stark shape, nestled among the rugged natural landscape, seemed to hint at secret evil societies, occult practices, or hidden messages. You know, because the pentagram is such a famous sign of devil worship. While the devil probably has nothing to do with this bizarre sight, this enigmatic pentagram is far less sinister and steeped in historical context. Archaeologist Emma Usmanova provides a fascinating explanation for the star-shaped park. She pointed out that the motif of a star, particularly a pentagram, was a popular design during the Soviet era. The symbol, often associated with Soviet architecture and iconography, represented the power and reach of the Soviet Union at the time. The pentagram in Kazakhstan is, in reality, a park. That's right, so much for devil worshipping. Its pathways and tree plantings were designed to form this star shape, a common motif in Soviet-era design. That's because back in the day, Kazakhstan was a part of the Soviet Union, so it makes sense for them to build a park like this one. I really hope this explanation is the right one. I mean, what huge demon would devil worshippers even summon with such a huge pentagram? Sandy Island.
Sandy Island was formally mapped in the late 19th century after being spotted by a passing whaling ship. All the evidence clearly points to Sandy Island existing.
Can you imagine discovering a new island previously unheard of while browsing Google Maps? Yet in 2012, someone did just that. A user discovered what would be named Sandy Island. The island was located northwest of New Caledonia, and it was roughly the size of Manhattan. This island appeared on various maps and even on Google Earth, capturing the imagination of the public and scientific community alike. Its existence was a geographical enigma. The island was marked on maps, yet there were no historical records or accounts of its discovery. But wait, it gets even weirder. When scientists sailed out to the island, there was nothing there. This mysterious island, seemingly hidden from the world's eyes, became a subject of intrigue and speculation. What's even stranger is that the landmass appeared as a black dot on the maps. It was as if Google was trying to hide it. Is it a small military base? How could an island of such size remain unnoticed in the modern era of satellite imagery and global exploration? The vanishing of Sandy Island from the maps was as sudden as its appearance. Most people chalked it off as an error on the maps. But is that really true? Or is something being hidden from us? The hidden car. I never expected that Google Maps would help solve a missing person case. William Moult was reported missing from Lantana, Florida on November 7, 1997. In a twist that feels straight out of a detective novel, Moult was found in 2019, not through conventional investigative methods, but through the keen observation of a property surveyor using Google Earth. The startling discovery revealed that Moult's vehicle had been submerged in a pond in Moon Bay Circle, Wellington. What's more astonishing is that the submerged car had been visible on Google Earth satellite photos since 2007, yet it remained unnoticed for over a decade. It was only in 2019 when a property surveyor examining the area on Google Earth spotted the anomaly that the car was finally discovered. All that time, the poor guy's body was right there in the water, waiting for someone to discover it. Makes you wonder how many more bodies are there on Google Maps people have not found yet. Human lips in Sudan. Well, turns out the Earth has lips. In the vast, arid landscape of Garb in Darfur, Sudan, a curious natural formation has captured the imagination of viewers on Google Maps. From a bird's eye view, this formation strikingly resembles a pair of red human lips. The human lips of Sudan are, in reality, a unique hill formation. Their distinct shape and the reddish hue of the terrain combine to create an illusion of a giant mouth set in the middle of the desert. This optical illusion is a stunning example of pareidolia, a psychological phenomenon where the human mind perceives familiar patterns, like faces or figures, in random or ambiguous visual data. Aeroplane in ocean. In this image captured by Google Maps, it seems as if an airplane is submerged in the ocean. The image in question is from a part of the ocean near Colonel Hill Airport. So, is this a crashed plane no one knows about? Well, the internet thought so. The possibility of an undiscovered wreckage lying in the depths of the ocean stirred the imagination of many, leading to speculation about the plane's history and how it came to rest in such a location. However, the reality behind this image is less about hidden mysteries and more about the fascinating intricacies of satellite imagery. Various sources have clarified that the appearance of a submerged plane is actually the result of composite photos taken over time. The image, rather than showing a plane wreck on the ocean floor, likely captures the overhead flight of an airplane, with the timing of the satellite images creating the illusion of it being underwater. The overlapping of images taken at different times has created this illusion. Could have fooled me with that image. It looks so realistic. The UFO? Yeah, it's the UFOs again. Put on your tinfoil hat because this is about to get wild. This image that you're watching appeared in the 2008 Google Maps data, where an object resembling a classic flying saucer was spotted. This image naturally stirred a buzz among UFO conspiracy theorists. I mean, you cannot really blame them. It really does look like a UFO. It has the classic saucer-like shape, and it seemingly hovers in mid-air. However, a more down-to-earth explanation exists for this mysterious image. It is likely the result of an object that got caught on the side of the camera lens of the Google car taking the image. These explanations do nothing to stop the UFO believers, though. They are still completely sure that we are looking at alien life visiting Earth for some probing escapades. Shipwreck in India. Humans have been sailing the seas for a good chunk of history, so naturally, there are a lot of shipwrecks out there in the ocean depths, but it turns out you can see some of them on Google Maps. In the turquoise waters surrounding North Sentinel Island, in the South Andaman region of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, India, lies the SS Jassim. It's a massive shipwreck that tells a tale of maritime misfortune. This 265-foot Bolivian cargo ferry met its ill-fated end when it ran aground on the Wingate Reef in 2003. What makes this shipwreck even more intriguing is its location near one of the most isolated and enigmatic places on Earth, North Sentinel Island. The island, roughly the size of Manhattan, is notorious for being home to one of the world's last uncontacted tribes. The Sentinelese people, as they are known, have fiercely resisted contact with the outside world, guarding their isolation with violence. While the shipwreck itself is a significant and visible reminder of the dangers of maritime navigation, its proximity to North Sentinel Island renders it off-limits to explorers and historians. So for now, you can only see it from the skies or through the lens of satellite imagery. I bet the Sentinelese people had a scare of their lives when this ship showed up at their shores. Signs in fields. If you're into alien movies, you definitely would have watched Signs. It's about strange crop circles appearing that are ultimately linked to the aliens. Well, guess what? These crop circles actually exist. That's right. Nestled within the verdant fields of Amesbury and Salisbury, UK, one can find intriguing crop circles, those enigmatic patterns that have long fueled debates and theories about their origin. These formations, characterized by crops flattened in intricate and often geometrically precise patterns, can be seen from Google Maps. The ones in Amesbury are particularly noteworthy. These circles showcase complex designs, ranging from simple circles to elaborate geometric figures. The precision and scale of these formations make you wonder, how are they created and by whom? While some crop circles have been revealed as the work of human artists or pranksters using planks of wood and ropes to create their elaborate designs, others remain unexplained, shrouded in mystery. This lack of definitive explanation has given rise to various theories, ranging from natural phenomena and artistic expression to more extraterrestrial speculations. What do you think of these mysterious and alienish designs? Dead girl on a road? Are there dead people on Google Maps? This image will make you think so for sure. Google Maps once captured what appeared to be a young girl lying motionless on the side of a road, seemingly lifeless. This unsettling scene, accessible to anyone browsing through the streets on the platform, sparked immediate concern. Different theories started to flood the internet. From murder to car accidents, everyone had their opinion. However, the truth behind this alarming image is far less sinister and more light-hearted. The girl, in fact, was completely fine. Unaware of the Google car passing by, she had fallen over while playing with a friend. Seizing the moment for a bit of fun, she decided to play dead on the road. Little did she know that her funny little act would be captured and immortalized on Google Maps. In a way, this girl just pranked the internet without ever meaning to do it in the first place. So that's all for today, folks. If you have any more Google Maps stories, tell us in the comments section below. Make sure to like this video, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel. Until the next video, goodbye.